And what we have here, and my video went out, is but not excuse me, jalapeno peppers. Some in here already in the basket that we missed, and they're starting to turn red. And I use those in jalapeno poppers. And what I also got here, you don't see very much in Louisiana, Okinawa spinach. Now with this Okinawa spinach, what I'll do is I'll fry some bacon, take the bacon out the skillet, then I fry some pecan pieces in the bacon grease and season it lightly with salt. Excuse me while that train passes by. Then once I take the pecan pieces out, I'll take these from the stalk and I'll place the leaves inside the grease and add my seasoning to it. Seasoning blend, onions, garlic, bell pepper, salt, pepper, maybe some Creole seasoning. Tony Chachere's is my favorite. And then cook it down. And then when I cook it down and it's finished cooking down, then I add the pecan pieces and the bacon back to it. And if you want to, you can also add shrimp to make it a complete meal. And that's very good. And I got a bunch of these plants. And I'm cutting this one down because of the fact that I got it growing with an okra plant, and it is just growing prolifically. And there's the okra plant, and having some rot problems with a couple of my okra plants. You can see, I don't know if it's not okra but squash, and I don't know what happened to that. It's been eaten by something, whether it's a blossom end rot or what. I'll find out later on. Back there are all peppers, and had a bunch of banana peppers, but I mainly picked most of them out, although it appears that here is one that I missed. So I get it. But there's some more peppers growing right here, so one of them, a little bitty one right there, a little bitty one right there, one right there. So it appears that my peppers are not completely gone. And here's some more. I think these are bell peppers right here, but we shall see when it comes to fruition. I'm gonna get back here with a weed eater and move all these pots out and get all the grass out of that. Here is another type of, well, first of all, these are sugar cane, not quite ready for harvesting yet, but there's plenty of it. So I'm just waiting till it grow and give it a couple of more months and see what it's gonna be like. I think all kids should have the experience of eating raw sugar cane, and they don't get it very often. Now, what I have here is here are more jalapeno peppers. I'm gonna harvest these right quick too. Not very big, but like I said, very tasty. Then also, what I have over here is what we call longevity spinach. It's another type of spinach you don't see much, and you can cook it the same way that you cook any other type of spinach. And I mix it with my Okinawa spinach, and you can use it, you can eat it raw also on a salad. So you have tomatoes, you can add it to tomatoes or whatever. Or you can chop it up, wilt it, and you can use it with a sausage, chorizo sausage, and cream cheese to make jalapeno poppers. And this is not as hard in Louisiana as the Okinawa spinach is. I mean, it came back, but it took it forever to come back. Whereas the Okinawa spinach, it never really went out. It wasn't as strong as it was, but it did better than this right here. So, cutting this down, and let's see. Now, see what else I have in the garden. May not be a whole lot left, because I've done a pretty good job of harvesting stuff today. And it may be a while before I harvest something again, but we shall see. Some things are still waiting to fruit, but here's one small tomato. Tomatoes are kind of small now because the weather is getting hot, and they don't do well in the July heat here in Louisiana. But I just planted some more tomatoes, which should be fall tomatoes, and hopefully they'll be pretty good. And what do I have over here? Yep, if nothing else is blooming or fruiting up, the jalapeno peppers are definitely fruiting up. So, gonna have a whole bunch of little bitty jalapeno poppers. And I'm thinking that may be it as far as harvesting today is concerned with. I know that later on I'm going to end up harvesting within the next few more days some more of the goose over there, because you can see that is taking up a lot of space over there. Like I said, I see 2 up there already, and it's going to rain this weekend, which means that more than likely going to be some more that start to grow. Now, how do you cook Cacuzza? First of all, Cacuzza is an Italian squash, primarily from Sicily. And it's native to Sicily, and a lot of Italian Americans around here like it because it's a native dish, and they know. And I've interacted with them at the YMCA mainly, and one thing they know are tomatoes, eggplant, and Cacuzza. I haven't cooked Cacuzza yet, but I understand what you do is you take a potato peeler and you peel it long ways. You then, once you peel it, you then slice it into chunks, about 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch thick, not too small, you don't want it to melt. And then you cook it in olive oil and garlic and onions, and perhaps add some basil to it, add plenty of tomato sauce to it. And you basically make a tomato sauce using the Cacuzza. We make a spaghetti sauce using the Cacuzza. And you can also add shrimp or crawfish to it, interchangeable here in Louisiana, basically. And then you serve it over pasta. And that's the, or somebody else said you can just cook it the same way you cook yellow squash. So the goose is a pretty popular dish. Now eggplant, I'm gonna take one of those. I'm gonna take a few of those eggplants, give them to a friend of mine, because he loves eggplants, and he does an eggplant casserole, like I said, with the crawfish and tomato sauce. Then another friend of mine actually uses the eggplant to make an eggplant pizza, and that I've never seen. So I may try that later on this year to expand my use of the eggplant. But I think that is basically going to be it. I don't think there's anything else left to pick in my garden, and I'm gonna debating whether to water it tonight or not. I don't think that I am, because we got Hurricane Barry coming through this weekend, and it's gonna hit hard Saturday. So I feel pretty sure we're gonna get a hard rain Saturday, and it rained a little bit today, and I watered it yesterday. Now, if it doesn't rain Saturday, then I will go ahead and water the plants. Let me take a look at this last fig. Maybe one more fig I can pick here. Nope, I'll give it a little bit longer. And how many more figs I have left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 figs, not bad. I'm going to take this fig tree, once the weather gets cooler, take it out of this container and plant it in the ground, because they only grow so big in containers. And I prefer my fig trees to be big and bushy and large, and I want to have a really big fig tree, so that's what I'm going to do. I guess it's the end for real this time. I can't think of anything else that I need to show you. Oh yeah, 2 other things. I'm not harvesting. This is you've seen the Black Beauty eggplant, you've seen the white eggplant, and you've also seen the Japanese eggplant. This is the 4th type of eggplant. This is called a Louisiana eggplant, and I think it's gonna be green. The eggplant, they're starting to fruit, but they're starting to flower, but they haven't produced any fruit yet. So hopefully it'll grow up. It'll start fruiting pretty soon. And here is Malabar spinach. We're just starting to grow up the vine, and the rest of these are a little bit slower than this one, but I think they're starting to grow also. And once I think they get to about right here, so then I'm going to start picking the Malabar spinach. Have a 3rd type of spinach. Have the longevity spinach, the Okinawa spinach, and the Malabar spinach. So all in all, it's been a pretty decent harvest. I can't complain. I'm gonna cook the butternut squash sometime. I'm gonna keep one of the Cacuzza myself and cook it. Give the other one to my another Italian American friend of mine who wants a Cacuzza, and I told him I have me one tomorrow. And so I was pleasantly surprised to see the Cacuzza grow up so well. So I'm out of here now. And to quote a friend of mine, grow, grow, grow.